Hey guys, Dean here from Big Dog Builds. We've got another amazing looking 3500 RAM. This one's a limited night edition, so you can get both Laramie and the limiteds. You've got your blacked out headlights, your chrome delete already done, so it's got the color coded top and bottom grille molds. It's also got the blacked out chrome inside the grille itself, and then the black badges as well. But black badges all round. The limiteds can come with a little bit of chrome if they're not the night edition down each door, and then the limiteds have also got the factory electric side steps on them as well. So this one is a high output 3500 with the ACE and gearbox. Very popular option here over the 68 RFE in the 2500 3500s from Ram Trucks Australia. Do a bit of research on both guys. There is some upgrades that can be done if you're doing things like snorkels, air boxes, and you're changing the MAF sensors and needing to get a tune done. We work with a few quality shops locally. They are starting to get into the 22s. R&D phase is definitely in motion right now. But yeah, this is an amazing looking truck. Got the Whitlock full bar on the front of this one. Was quite a fair few hours put into this one, but the color coding of this bar, it's definitely a truck bar for sure. The coverage of area there from the paint shop legends down at Fastlane that did this one. We've had the steel brackets, the mounting brackets all sandblasted, primed and powder coated, and then the bar went through a prep, prime and 2-pack there as well. So the Granite Crystal definitely looks amazing on this one. This bar is opted with the Ultravision fog light kit. Crazy little combination like this one. It's got DRL, it's got fog light, it's got high beam, it's got indicator. It's just features for days. I couldn't believe the amount of wires hanging off this one. This customer's also gone with the hardcore LED driving lights on the front of this. Neat little DRL features in the LED lights, the fogs, as well as the headlights themselves have got DRLs, so it's great looking. We have squeezed the Carbon Tank 20K winch in this one. The massive 20K winch from Carbon is we needed to do a few mods to make it clear the intercooler. We know how big the intercoolers are on these Rams, so bringing that winch forward, getting the fitment right, definitely was worth the wait on this one. That Carbon 20K, obviously we do a massive isolator under the bonnet. Always make sure you're running your vehicles while you are using these winches. They do pull a lot of power. So yeah, amazing looking bar on the front end. The height of this truck, I'm 6'2". This is the 2.5 inch leveling kit on Carly pin top leveling kit on this one. It's got 35 inch Toyo RT tyres with the popular method 305s. This one is the titanium rim. So 305 NV titanium rim, and it's got the little black lip bolts there as well. This one's a fully optioned leveling kit. It's got the torsion sway bar. It's got the remote res king shock obviously. It's got the coil, adjustable panhard. Some of the cheaper kits over here don't do adjustable panhard, so as you go up, the axle will want to kick over to the left in these models. So always make sure you're spending the money wisely. These Carly pin top kits have proven themselves over and over again. The radius arms under this one with the weld-on limit straps is definitely worth it. And yeah, I don't think you can add anything else to this kit to make it any better. High mount, low mount steering stabilizers under there as well. Another cool feature with these Whitlock bars, they actually do nice underbody protection, so under the wings as well as under the intercooler as well. Quite a solid looking bar, this one. The fitment is quite tight against the aftermarket Bushwhacker flares, but the guys have done a great job there. So aftermarket Bushwhacker smooth flares here. Most popular option is the smooth without the bolt holes. Color coded obviously to suit the paintwork on this one. The Slick As team have done a full PPF wrap of the cab on this one, so popular option here is to do it in a couple different stages. This one's gone off, it's had the paint protection film applied. We've then added the flares, the bull bar, canopy on the back's getting a full PPF coating as well. So it's going back to the team tomorrow to get those final touches done. Sticking to the front here, massive 1.2 meter GME aerial on the GME XRS 370 combo. This one is on a little folding bracket. If you didn't have the canopy or the roof rack on, doing this will allow you to get underneath a standard height garage if your vehicle fits in there with the lift and the tyres. But nice little option if you did need to do it. If you're going to mount it to a bar like this, throwing on that little folding bracket's definitely worth it. On this vehicle, we've got the laser lamp Rhino rack combo bracket. So this is made from us here at Big Dog Builds. We've made a neat little unit here. The main reason why we've split the 4 different laser lamps. So it's got the 2 RRR 750s on the outside edges, and then the 2 RRR 850 Elites in the middle as well. So running the 4 LED lights gives you 2 options, 2 features I mean. So you're splitting across from that little satellite bit on the roof. So you're going in between that one there, and running the 4 lights definitely gives you the combination of being able to do a nice spread. So you can get up there, adjust the lights to suit, and really get that nice spread. The distance on these lasers is incredible. The side of the roof rack, we've just got the steady little 13-inch work lights. These being the amber color, they're switched on from the Switch Pro inside. Nice little work light. Like I've said in pretty much every video, running your lights through a Switch Pro allows you to play around with all of the outputs, being on ignition, on high beam for your driving lights to keep it legal, and then your work lights can also run off. You've got load protect in the Switch Pro as well, so if you're running them on constant power, you can also set their low voltage disconnect as well on the Switch Pro. So if you did leave your lights on, I think you'd take a fair few days to run the batteries flat under the bonnet from these little lights. But if you did, they'll turn off before the batteries go flat anyway. Moving to the back of this one, like I said, the PPF coating on this vehicle makes it super easy to clean, looks amazing. We've got the Off-Road Creative canopy on the back here. This is one of their amazing canopies. I actually don't even know what the layout is on this one. I know that it is going back to finish off electrical work shortly with the customer, but quite a nice neat design in there. It's got the LED, the upright Bushman fridge, got nice storage, your full kitchen with induction cooker in here as well, and the other side's mainly storage. Before it went to Off-Road Creative, we did do a leaf spring adjustment on this one. We've got the 3500s dialed in now that we don't need to wait for the canopy to get onto the vehicle before we do our leaf spring reset. We know what weights are going to be roughly for the full canopy with the awning. This one's got the Almac boat loader on top as well. You can see there that the height of this one's pretty damn good front to back. Once a little bit more weight goes in the rear, it'll settle down and be nice and flat. And then we do have the Firestone airbags underneath the back here, which will help stay level with the van on the rear. So we do have a ARB twin compressor that the team at Off-Road Creative have put over in the other side. And then we've installed the Airbag Man air pressure control. So you've got your key fob inside the vehicle. You can simply go up and down, left and right, control those airbags. You've also got the remote switch wire for the ARB compressor from the comfort of the driver's seat. Another wire that is run to the Switch Pro there as well is the underglow lights. I'll throw them on in a second. The underglow lights as well as the compressor are both getting powered from the canopy battery. So just reducing the chances of running the under bonnet batteries flat. There's a couple loads that are getting run off the battery setup in the rear here. So got the Bushwhacker awning, popular option on most of the Off-Road Creative canopies. This one's off the Almac boat loader mounts that are on top. And then this has also got the new feature, I think, from Off-Road Creative, being the big Pro Eagle jack mount cover. This thing is huge. We all know how good the Pro Eagles are on these American trucks. There's not many jacks out there that are going to actually reach the vehicle chassis and lifting points with the extra lift and the wheels and the tyre combination. Big expensive jack here. You can lock it up with the new Off-Road Creative cover there. Great little feature, nice and simple to use, and you can run a little padlock through them as well, keep it nice and safe. Like every Off-Road Creative canopy, you got your big trundle drawer at the back, perfect for recovery gear. You've got all of your outlets, this one being your grey Anderson plug. It's got a blue Anderson plug, 12-pin plug down there, water outlet, lockable trundle drawer as well, and then we've got the massive Jenny hitch as well. So 7-ton combo there, torsion hitch. It's got the 5-hole drop combo with the 50/70 reversible hitch there. You've also got the AT tongue. You can run a DO35, a DO45 pin on that one for different caravan setups and boating trailer setups. But yeah, great looking rear end. The little steady rear work lights are going to be controlled through the canopy as well. Like I said before, over in this side here, you've got your ARB compressor setup. This one is still getting wired with the canopy, so it's just a little loose switch for now, but you've got your tank in there, and we've got our ports. We've run the air pressure control underneath the vehicle. You've got your air outlet there as well, so you can simply turn on your compressor that's running off the canopy power, plug in your outlets, go around, pump up your tyres on your vehicle, pump up the tyres on the van, and go from there. These things look amazing, that's for sure. The factory side steps on this one, like I said, being the limited, so nice simple electric side steps. We can run a couple different brands of aftermarket steps here for the vehicles that don't come standard with it. This one having the canopy power in the canopy itself, doesn't need the crew car battery setup that we do behind the seats. Quite a simple setup there. The limiteds definitely just have, they even smell a little bit different than the Laramies, just the leather. Got your fancy little placard there, but nice features on this one. I don't think there's much else that can be added. Even squeezed on some front mud flaps. I know this is something that everyone's been asking for. This customer was nice. He did his study, he actually shipped in some himself from the States. Depending on your wheel and tyre combination, what you're running and where that tyre swings under here. This being a 2.5 inch leveling kit, 18x9 POS 18 methods with a 35 12.5 RT tyre is going to clear what's needed inside there and allow us to run these mud flaps. But we are working on a few things there, hopefully in the near future, to run mud flaps on different offset wheels, different tread patterns, different lift heights and combinations all around. There's a lot of varying factors here to work with, but as we're doing more and more of these builds, we're definitely knowing what will work, what needs trimming, what clearance we need for tyre swing. But yeah, what a beast. I think if I owned a 3500 Ram, something like this would definitely be on order.